how to access that I am presence that is behind all of the techniques, that awareness, that consciousness that creates all things. So, being present is such an important part of manifesting. It's actually 80% of it, if not like 50. Because when you are trying to manifest, it's important for you to be able to access the now, because it's such a place of detachment. It's a place where you are not hang up on your fears, you're not being occupied by the past, you're not afraid and fearful of repeated past, or you're not hang up on and attached to the attachment of outcome in the specific future. So now, all those energies, right, when you hang up on your fear or on a certain negative feelings or a attachment to an outcome or a attachment to a past traumatic experience, then now you are not being in your presence. You are not claiming your part and your position as the creator. And so you will not be able to see the truth, which is you not be able to access, right, infinite possibilities and then create from that space, and then being super magnetic to that what you want from this I am presence that essentially what actually creates. How do we access presence? Okay, I explained one simple way in this video is that you have got to be able to transcend and transform your fear, transform your limitations. Hang in there. I'm gonna explain to you exactly how to do this. Okay, so let's say that you are experiencing a very uncomfortable feeling, and usually people fail to be present because they don't want to feel uncomfortable. They don't want to feel the pain. That's essentially what people are running away from. And so if that means that it means that you can be anywhere but now and anywhere but here. But the one step that you've got to do is to sit with yourself in those feelings and sit with yourself in those experiences and get very clear with yourself where those come from. What is that? Like what is that coming from? And then it's gonna start arising to you, and because you ask your subconscious a question, it's gonna start showing up to you. Why and how you feeling this way? Maybe it has to do with, maybe it's anger you feeling, maybe you feeling frustrated, maybe it's because you have a certain belief about certain thing, or maybe you are being attached to a specific outcome instead of just being completely present and being accepting and being connected in your end. When you are in your end, you're not being threatened by anything that is in the way, but you see them as an opportunities to show up as your I am presence. So to cut it very short, the answer to being present is your ability to just sit with uncomfortable emotions, uncomfortable feelings, uncomfortable situation without the need to change or fix or to kind of just do anything about it. But it's not because you're in a state of stagnant or stalemate. It's actually awareness. So your awareness is actually doing a lot. by letting yourself be in that space without being reactive to those feeling and fear and attachment to outcome, like the projected future and traumatic past, or any of that sort. So you see them and you being aware of them without giving in to those story, without running away from them, and without fighting them. So what you're doing is you putting this consciousness, shining this light on all of these negative manifesting momentum. And that is going to almost put love in there that start to transform this into something that is like is gonna dissolve the negative manifesting momentum. So that is the one thing, right? One thing that you've got to almost like, it's the awareness behind, like, that allows you to practice other techniques. And so now, right, that is the step. Okay, what you can then do next is that with that sort of like comfortable like comfort in being with yourself and being present with the people in your life or situation in your life without the need to change it, you are now, your awareness is literally allowing realities to rearrange itself accordingly. And from this space now we can start to get clear on what is that you want. And when you focus on what you want, you might experience certain friction or certain negative feelings or not. And it's your job to get very clear on whatever that is that you are feeling, because clarity gives you creation power. You are going to stop making this about anything else other than yourself. You're gonna stop making this about, oh, it's because of this one, it's because of that one, it's because of this one. But because you have the ability to be comfortable in the present moment, it's gonna allow you an expanded perspective to almost like feel into and see into the situation without limitation. So now from that place, you can access infinite possibilities and parallel realities where it allows you to move more naturally in flow with in alignment with how things are going to naturally unfold for you from your end feeling, right? From living in the end. And it's almost gonna create a force of magnetism towards you from that place of awareness. Okay, so in that place, as you're getting clear on whatever thoughts or feeling that is that you're thinking, you get to shift that thoughts and shift that feeling into thoughts and feelings that are actually in alignment with your end. And so now it's gonna almost helps you navigate and being intentional and conscious with your reality and as a feedback loop. And you can almost like being more clear, getting clearer on the thoughts that you're thinking and the feeling that you're having in a way that can almost align yourself with said reality, with the said end. So I hope this makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna recap everything for you. The one and only step that helps you to access I am presence, the most important thing is that your ability to be able to sit with your uncomfort without the need to change it or fix it. And that induce awareness. That's powerful. Okay, and then on that foundation, what you can then do is to start to get clear, very clear on your thought, thinking, feelings, right? Very clear. And you are going to be able to align those thoughts and feelings to your end. So what fear that is that a fear of rejection? Is that a feeling of not being good enough? Is that a fear of some sort of like limiting you have around like you gotta do more, or you gotta or certain things, certain belief you have about money, or certain whatever that is, you want to get very clear on that, because it will help you consciously align that with your end state and then smooth out your experience in your reality. So yeah, anyway, that is for today. And if you feel called, my private coaching container is open and available for you to access. Check out the link on the top of my bio, and you can set up a meeting where we can help you work through your divine power mapping session. Okay, goodbye, love you.